All right, YouTube horror junkies, this one's for you. Ever wondered what would happen if the Mandela Catalogue's god-tier creeps went toe-to-toe with the Backrooms' glitchy monsters? Yeah, same here. So we made it happen. On one side, you've got the Mandela Catalogue, analog horror wrapped in religious dread, full of twisted alternates and corrupted faces that hijack your soul through a VHS tape. On the other, the Backrooms, a maze of yellow wallpaper and existential dread where monsters stalk you like it's their day job. Today, we're crossing the streams. We're taking iconic Mandela entities like alternate Gabriel and the Preacher and dropping them into full-on brawls with Backrooms favorites like the Lifeform, Smilers, and those terrifying Partygoers. It's horror multiverse madness, and it's all speculative. But that just makes it more fun. Let's dive into the first matchup. Let's kick things off with a heavyweight title fight. Alternate Gabriel from the Mandela Catalogue versus the Lifeform from the Backrooms. And no, this isn't your average angel versus glitch monster setup. This is full-on biblical horror colliding with a corrupted simulation. Alternate Gabriel isn't just a spooky rebranding of the angel from Sunday school. Nah, this dude is the first alternate. He's manipulative, borderline godlike, and speaks with the kind of smug authority that would make even a cult leader say, "Bro, chill." He doesn't just kill, he converts. He warps reality, erodes identities, and gaslights you into deleting yourself from existence. Straight up final boss energy. Now toss him into level 0 of the Backrooms, and you've got a whole different kind of nightmare. The Lifeform is like an urban legend wrapped in static. It's rarely seen, but always there. It stalks, creeps, and corrupts reality in that classic, "Am I being watched or am I losing my mind?" way. You never actually see it until it's too late. It's the embodiment of liminal dread, like that feeling you get walking alone through a school hallway after dark. So what happens when these two meet? At first, it's mind games. Both of them thrive on psychological terror. Gabriel starts with the voice, those glitchy sermons echoing through fluorescent lights. The Lifeform? It answers with environmental distortion, lights flickering, walls bending, space looping. It's like two horror YouTubers trying to one-up each other's analog VHS effects. But then Gabriel makes a move. Unlike the Lifeform, he doesn't just haunt spaces, he corrupts people. That's where he's got the edge. The Lifeform is tied to the environment. Gabriel, though? He can hijack your body, your voice, your face, and convince your best friend to walk into a wood chipper voluntarily. He's not just a predator, he's a manipulative virus with angel wings. In a straight fight, the Lifeform is terrifying. But Gabriel rewrites the horror rules. He's not bound by physical space or time. He doesn't just win, he evangelizes the entire Backrooms, turning glitchy monsters into glitchy believers. Gabriel takes this one, and it's not even close. Quick pause before the next nightmare. If you're digging this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. It helps our tiny horror channel grow into something even the Intruder might fear. Next up, we've got the tragic boy turned horror icon, Mark Heathcliff, after he's been replaced by an alternate, versus the flappy, fiery beasts known as death moths from the Backrooms. Yeah, this one's less angelic deception and more, which one's going to crawl through your vents faster? Let's set the scene. Mark was just a regular dude from Mandela County trying to survive the alternate epidemic, until he didn't. His descent is well documented in the Mandela Catalogue. Paranoia, isolation, a few too many mirror stares, and boom, alternate Mark is born. This version of him is cold, calculating, and most importantly, really good at acting human, until it's way too late. Then there's the death moths. They live in level 5, aka the hotel, a classy, haunted liminal space where everything wants to eat you in a Victorian accent. These guys are giant, aggressive moth-like creatures that are way too attracted to light and way too comfortable swarming a human like it's buffet night. Males are harmless, sure, but the females, pure nightmare fuel, acidic spit, massive wings, and an attitude problem. So what happens when a mimic meets a moth? Well, alternate Mark doesn't usually go loud, he creeps, he blends in, he waits, but in a place like level 5, subtlety goes out the window. These death moths don't care if you look like a person. They care if you move, breathe, or exist near a lamp. At first glance, you might think Mark's got a chance. If he still has those alternate corruption powers, he could glitch out a few of them. But if a swarm shows up, he's getting dive-bombed into paste. Final verdict? Death Moths win by swarm. Mark's smart, but he ain't bulletproof. Time for a slow burn nightmare. In this corner, we've got the preacher, Mandela Catalogue's soft-spoken mind hacker. In the other, the smilers, creepy grinning shadow demons from the backrooms. This isn't a brawl. This is psychological warfare dipped in pure darkness. So here's the deal. The preacher doesn't scream. He doesn't chase. He speaks. In whispers, sermons, riddles, all tailored to slowly bend your mind into submission. He's not after your body. He wants your soul. He hijacks your thoughts and convinces you that you deserve whatever's coming next. Creepy? Absolutely. The smilers, meanwhile, are simple. Bright eyes, big smile, and a love for dark corners. They don't think, they just exist. Look at them too long, you freeze. Move too fast, you're done. They're the physical embodiment of nope. But here's the thing. Smilers don't have brains. They're more instinct than intellect. And the preacher? He feeds on fear and thought. In fact, the more mentally fragile you are, the easier it is for him to twist you into a meat puppet who worships static. And that's where he wins. While the smilers glow in the dark and do the murder thing, the preacher is already in their heads, if they even have heads. He doesn't fight them. He corrupts their reality. One by one, he turns a dark hallway into his personal church. Those glowing eyes? Now they're listening and smiling for him. Final verdict, the preacher wins. Not through strength, but through terrifying, soul-rotting influence. Now for a party you definitely want to skip. It's the Intruder, tall, warped, and always watching, versus the Partygoers from Level Fun. A psychotic blend of balloons, cannibalism, and too many smiles. You'd think it's a clash of chaos, but this one's darker than that. The Intruder isn't a guest. You don't invite him. He shows up in your surveillance cameras, on your TV, inside your VHS tapes. He's not just stalking you, he's studying you. He knows how to exploit your fear better than any therapist with a horror fetish. Now, partygoers? They look friendly, all yellow and bouncy, and come join the party. But once you step into Level Fun, you're either getting converted or served up with confetti. They thrive in crowds and chaos. The more distracted you are, the better they strike. So what happens when the Intruder steps onto the dance floor? It stops. Lights flicker. The music dies. The balloons deflate like lungs giving up. He doesn't just arrive. He corrupts the whole level. The partygoers don't understand it. He doesn't fear them. He doesn't run. He stands in the middle of their carnival and just watches. And in that moment, they feel something new, confusion, and that's their weakness. The Intruder doesn't just scare, he unravels. One by one, partygoers start glitching. No party, no guests. Just an ambient hum and a feeling of dread so thick it chokes the fun out of Level Fun itself. Final verdict, the Intruder wins. He doesn't crash the party, he erases it. So there you have it. 4 nightmare matchups across 2 cursed universes, and the Mandela crew walks away with 3 out of 4 wins. Gabriel corrupts the backrooms like it's his divine duty, Mark goes down to bugs, tough luck buddy, the preacher turns grins into gospel, and the Intruder crashes Level Fun like it's an uninvited funeral. But hey, this is just one version of the madness. What do you think? Could the backrooms monsters make a comeback? Did we underestimate the Death Moths? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you survived, and don't forget to subscribe for more cursed matchups.